Hello everyone, and thank you for allowing me to walk you through the Horizon Minerals presentation. 2021 is going to be a very exciting year for Horizon, with the largest ever drilling program well underway, our updated resources and reserves being generated as we speak, heading towards a development decision at the end of this calendar year. We're in a very strong financial position and we believe we have a unique investment opportunity, so let me take you through the presentation and tell you why. Usual disclaimer, and this presentation was released on the ASX platform and is available on our website at www.horizonminerals.com.au. So Horizon Minerals, HRZ, is an emerging mid-tier gold developer with assets in the heart of the WA goldfields. We have currently 1 million ounces in mineral resource. 70% of that is in the measured and indicated JORC category. Over 890 square kilometres of ground, all within 75 kilometre radius of Kalgoorlie, and surrounded by the majors. We're fully funded through 2021 to a development decision in December quarter, and we've got 4 rigs running on site in one of our largest drilling programs we've ever commenced. Corporate snapshot, current market cap of 68 million Aussie. We have $13 million cash at bank, $5.6 million in listed investments. We have no debt, and we've got a current EV per resource ounce of under $50. Very strong technical and corporate board with over 150 years of collective experience in exploration, development, construction and operations. And we've also got skin in the game with the board and exec holding 6% of the company. Our projects all sit in and around Kalgoorlie, surrounded by major producers, and we have a mix of development projects and significant growth potential for reserve and new discoveries. So this is our major corporate objective and a very important slide. So our ultimate goal here is to generate an initial 5 to 7 year production profile to underpin the construction of our own processing plant at Barara. 10 minutes drive out of Kalgoorlie. We don't need camps, we don't need airstrips, and we've got all the services, power and water and approvals in place to be putting a mill so close to the centre of Kal. 5 core projects are being evaluated at the moment, with a large-scale Barara open pit with an updated resource of 11 million tonnes at 1.26 grams a tonne, 450,000 ounces. This is our baseload feedstock and where the mill site needs to sit, right along this large-scale open pit. We've got 4 satellite operations within easy trucking distance of Barara. The Teal, Binduli, Kalpini and Rose Hill projects are advanced open cut and underground projects within 20 to 45 kilometres of a centralised mill at Barara. So we want to rapidly progress our resources to mine-ready reserves. We want to be in a position where we're releasing resources this quarter, reserves in the September quarter, and a final development decision at the end of calendar year 21, with production being targeted for the end of calendar year 22. Enormous growth potential here. We believe we can get this production profile through 100,000 ounces per annum organically with the property that we have, and we're drilling as we speak. Horizon remains very, very conservative, and we made the decision to trial the Barara ore body to de-risk the larger scale development. So why we like generating $3.6 million in cash? The main aim of this trial was to test the geological model and to understand the geology of this ore body and the metallurgy in real time by contract mining and toll milling. And we were very fortunate to have a toll mill 7 kilometres to our west where we could treat ore in campaigns and reconcile that against the geological model. This upgraded resource that you can see there, 1.26, is a 34% increase in resource grade. And that's come from the demonstrated presence of these flat-lying cross structures that weren't in the model previously, that go along and in addition to the main contact lode. We've now got a really good and improved confidence level in the model, and the metallurgical performance of the ore was fantastic, with 94.5% recovery, 40% gravity pull, and a very, very rapid leach response time. So that gave us the impetus to move forward rapidly to mine optimisation, design, approvals, economic analysis. And we aim to have ore reserve, a maiden ore reserve for Barara in the September quarter this year. The current Barara resource sits along a 1.5 kilometre strike and is limited to 200 metres in depth, two very large open pits. We own 25 kilometres of strike across the Barara project, and our job now is to test for near mine extensions, new resources and new discoveries along this 25 kilometre trend from Golden Ridge in the south to Kanowna in the north. The drill rigs are out there and we aim to be completing between 13 and 15,000 metres of drilling. We have already commenced drilling here and we've got assays in the lab pending and be out in the market in the next couple of months. So Barara is a core base load as it stands, but we see enormous growth opportunity near mine to be increasing our production profile and looking for new things here in and along the Barara trend, but also the silver trend. The Nimbus Silver operation is immediately to our east, and we'll be testing a number of targets for multi-commodities, silver, zinc, copper, as well as gold in this exciting area, which sits only 7 k's in parallel to the super pit. Supporting the Baseload Barara project are a number of open cut and underground opportunities. Rose Hill, just out of Coolgardie, is certainly one of those. And what we see here is a box cut open pit, followed by a decline, accessing the underground resource. You can see some of the drill results there are fantastic, and we have released the updated resource for Rose Hill, and we're now moving into the maiden ore reserve, and that's expected in the September quarter. So Rose Hill is certainly going to be a factor in our first 5-year production profile. The Binduli area, we released a new discovery at Crake in 2019. We've had some fantastic drill success there to date, and you can see some of the drill highlights in the slide there and in the section. Again, this is an open cut opportunity. It's only 20 kilometres from Barara. Our current resource of 74,000 ounces, we expect that to grow not only in size but in quality over time. And again, we expect a new resource for Crake to be out in the June quarter and reserve in the September quarter. Teal, you can see on the image on the right hand side there, is where we mined in 2018. It delivered $7 million cash, but importantly it delivered on its geological model, 22,000 ounces at 3.2 grams a tonne, 94% recovery. What we're looking for in the Teal area is more of those. And we see great opportunity with the Jarks Find and Pays Farm projects to the south. You can see again some of the fantastic drill results we've released over the last 3 and 4 months. And we see Jarks Find and Pays being a contributor to our production profile. And we're looking at taking out that supergene zone, which is around 25 to 30 metres below surface. We acquired the Kalpini Gold project recently for about $13 an ounce. Current 2004 resource, 255,000 ounces. And it was mined in an open cut sense in 2019, where they produced 41,000 ounces at 2.6. We see again enormous opportunity for expanding that open pit and looking for open cut and underground extensions to the resource. And the drill rigs have been out there and completed their first phase of drilling. And again, assays are in the lab awaiting release, and we expect drilling results and an updated maiden resource in the current June quarter. Again, Penny's Find is a joint venture we farmed into recently. We spent $1.5 million in cash to earn 50% from our JV partner Allmanex. This is a unique project because we can actually be mining and plan to be mining in the December quarter. We've completed a diamond drill program. The results you can see on the slide on the right hand side. We'll be updating the resource in the June quarter, and we'll be looking at generating an underground ore reserve and making a development decision for Penny's Find in the September quarter. What's important to note here is that all the approvals are in place for mining and decline development, and we have a toll milling agreement executed for all processing in the March quarter. So we can be completing our definitive feasibility study, moving through a construction phase, but also be in production and generating cash to minimise the equity component through the construction phase of our mill at Barara. A lot of drilling going on. We have up to 4 rigs on site drilling through the combination of resource extension, but particularly for new resources and for new discoveries. The highlighted areas in blue are our new discovery target areas. We've had some fantastic success to date, but with the slow turnaround time we're currently experiencing at the labs, we have an enormous amount of assays pending, and they should be out into the market over the next 4 to 8 weeks. a large land package, and we now have the opportunity to do it justice by looking at these new targets, and we've had some immediate success. The Reconnaissance Air Corps and RC program completed at Windanya, 50 k's north of Barara. We hit a fantastic intersection in our first drill hole, the discovery hole at Gemini. 35 metres of weathered quartz stockwork with some fantastic grades, and we are now following all that up, as well as the new exciting anomalies to the south called Aquarius and Scorpio. So this is a project area where the target generation work has been done, and we're now out drill testing, and we like what we see so far, and certainly looking forward to more assay results coming through over the next month. With our gold projects going as fast as we possibly can, we also have optionality. The recent interest in vanadium and with silver zinc has brought this to the fore. The Richmond Vanadium Project in Queensland, where we own 25%, and our partner RVT has earned 75% by spending $6 million on the project. Our PFS has been released, and we're looking at annual production of just under 13,000 tonnes per annum at vanadium pentoxide flake. We can generate electrolyte, we can generate flake. And what's different about this project, it is an extremely shallow oxide vanadium source and one of the largest on the planet. Very modest capex of US 160 million versus the steel and magnetite vanadium sources where you're north of $1 billion to get started. Operating costs are very competitive, and as we see the vanadium price climb through $7.50 and $8 a pound, this project has significant value, and it is an energy metal, and we're quite excited to keep it in the portfolio and realise value for shareholders over time. Nimbus, 20 million ounce resource. A high-grade component within that Nimbus resource contains around 1,000 grams per tonne silver and 13% zinc. A DFS was nearly completed in 2015, and we're now dusting that off and refreshing it with updated costs, with a view to focusing on concentrate production, silver concentrate, zinc concentrate, and potentially a gold concentrate from the same plant. Our offtake discussions are continuing, and we've got a lot of interest in gold, silver and zinc concentrates, and it gives us opportunity to look at our more refractory material at Teal over time. So there's optionality here, as there is with our listed investments. We have exposure to copper through the Cyprium stock, gold and uranium through TNT, gold in Menzies with a great crew at King West, and even SOP with Reward. So there's optionality and there's opportunity and potential for value creation from our non-gold assets. Updated milestones, as mentioned, the labs have been very busy with everyone getting assays in and drilling away. So the timeline that we have today has the Barara resource out in the market, which it is, followed by Binduli, Till and Kalpini resources, our consolidated PFS, which is the combination of all those reserves in the September quarter, and then working through to the DFS in the December quarter. We have the plant designed, we have it costed at PFS level, and we're working through to DFS level as we speak. And we have a 1.5 million tonne per annum process designed, costed, and ready to feed into the reserve studies. Moving into financing, into development, and our aim is to be in production, as mentioned, at the back end of calendar year 22. So why are we a unique investment opportunity? I think we have a very strong technical skills set, and we have a very experienced board and management team. Incredible strategic land holding, one of the largest land holdings in and around Kalgoorlie, including the majors. We have a clear demonstrated pathway to production, underpinning the construction of our own processing plant, so we are masters of our own destiny. Very strong financial position, 13 million in cash, 5.5 million in listed investments, and true optionality with our non-gold projects, vanadium, silver, zinc, copper and others. So if you look at the peer comparison chart, which I encourage you to on slide 29, you can see our EV sitting under $50 per ounce and a great opportunity to be creating value over time. I encourage you to have a look at the peer comparison chart on slide 29, where we believe there is a significant value creation potential. With an EV around $50 per ounce, I think there is a lot of opportunity for share price growth. We're fully funded all the way through to the December quarter development and financing decision, and we believe we've got a lot of growth opportunity within our existing asset base. Well, thanks once again for allowing me to take you through the presentation in what's going to be an extremely exciting growth year for Horizon Minerals. We look forward to updating you further as we get our resources and reserves and our feasibility study together at the end of this calendar year.